This reading is for Libra Collective. Please take what you want, what makes sense to you, what doesn't. Leave the rest. This is for select few people. I won't say all Libras this will pertain to, but if it's you, you'll know it. The first thing I want to highlight is the Hermit. You see him there. At his feet, you see a snake. And he's kind of looking down, but with that lantern, he can really only see what's in front of him. But I know that he knows that snake is there. So I think it's telling us that we have been through a lot. And I'm saying we, even though I'm not a Libra, I will always understand what others are going through. Just about perspective and what I've been through, that I just can relate to others. Sorry about that. Don't know if it showed it, but my battery's running low. Back to the video. Yeah, so regardless if you do have snakes by you that you're trying to get rid of, you have the discernment to understand that even if they're by you, they can't bite you with the knowledge you have. So moving forward with caution, this isn't what it used to be. So move with discernment, but also move fearlessly. So as we begin, the overall message today, Libra, is calling you to be in a period of inner reflection, deep connection, and intellectual clarity. Relationships, particularly those that mirror your inner world, are being called to the forefront. But so is your discernment. We highlighted on that a moment ago. And you're learning to connect without losing yourself and to speak your truth without cutting too deeply. For the Hermit, we're going to say that the card suggests that either you are being guided towards a period of self-reflection so that you should know or should do is to pull back from external noise or relationships that do not nourish your soul. For us, well, for you, Libra, I'll stop making it personal. For you, Libra, it's a sign often to focus on others. This marks an important turning point to where you should go inward. It's a time to find your own light, not just reflect others. Seek solitude in rediscovering your personal truths before engaging more deeply with others. The Two of Cups, despite your inward journey, meaningful connections is also highlighted. This could be a romantic relationship, deepening a friendship, or healing an important bond. It's about genuine connection, mutual support, and emotional alignment. But with the Hermit preceding you, you are being reminded that the best connection comes from when you know yourself first and foremost. I would say the key message here is healthy unions come from inner balance, not codependency. Next, we have the King and the Queen. The King is calling for you to embrace mental clarity, truth, and boundaries. The King of Swords is an intellectual, but is not ruled by his emotions. He sees the big picture, and he leads with fairness and intelligence. If you're dealing with a situation that needs decisive action or truth-telling, now is the time to speak clearly and wisely. I would say that the message we should take away from this is to use your intellect to cut through confusion, but also don't avoid detachment. For the Queen, we would say that she complements the King, but she adds emotional intelligence and boundary setting. She may have been through enough to see through facades, but for you, Libra, this may indicate a need to stand in your truth with both compassion and firmness. You are being asked to embody honesty, especially with yourself first. The key message from this would be to be direct, wise, and clear, but to remember to lead with compassion. Collectively, Libra, this spread is speaking of balance between inner truth, outer connection. You are moving through a time where emotional maturity, truth, and discernment is essential, especially in relationships. You may be choosing between retreating and reconnecting, but the truth is you can do both. Whether you're healing from a disconnect or deepening a new bond, you're being asked to stand firmly in your wisdom. Use your mind. It is sharp. Use it to cut through illusions, not walls. I would also like to add, you can't cut through a wall, but you can build them. So don't build the wall. Cut through the illusion that's in your mind that the wall even exists, and start taking some of those bricks down. And before you know it, you'll have someone there to help you. The advice for you, Libra, moving forward is to take quiet time you need and don't feel guilty, because everyone does it. Seek connections that reflect your truth, not just your loneliness. Be honest with yourself first before you tell others. Lastly, I would say don't be afraid to walk on alone if the path requires it, because at the end you'll meet the right people.